we begin our vigil for peace, for the children of God, for all faiths and none, because they are our brothers and sisters. Now that might sound really strange coming from me, but as a Catholic Christian who embraces all faiths, as an interspiritual Franciscan, I believe that every child of God is part of the mystical heart of God. And because they share the same loving Father, Mother, God, though given a different name to the name I might use, but it's still the one supreme Creator loving God. So in truth, they are my brother and they are my sister. And if you have a candle nearby, I would like you to light it. And together we will create a beautiful light that will shine from our little places of love, our sanctuaries, our prayer rooms, our monasteries without walls, and that we will say to Gaia, our Earth Mother, we love you. We are thankful for all that you do for us, and we wish to walk with you in service to the one supreme loving God, Goddess. And we wish to dedicate our lives for peace, that all faiths will come together, and that there will be an end to violence and the desecration of the innocents, especially women and young children, where they're treated in several countries as slaves, where they have no dignity as a child of God. So I light this flame for world peace and for the unity of all faiths as one. In the name of our beloved Father, Mother, God Supreme, who creates life, in the name of the risen cosmic Christ, who loves life, in the name of the Spirit, who is the fire of life, in the name of Gaia, who is the Earth Mother that nurtures the creation of all life, in the name of all faith traditions, for they are the sons and daughters of the Supreme. And we celebrate our diversity here by welcoming all faiths and none. Let us relax now, and let us enjoy being together as a spiritual family around one table of love. Let us just relax, and we come as we are, in our woundedness, in our brokenness, in our vulnerabilities, and we offer ourselves as prayer partners for peace. And I thank you for allowing me into your space. So let us together come to this table of love, a table where there is spiritual abundance, to a table where we are all equal, where there are no favorites, and that we are all loved as a beloved of God, without the dogma, without the fear, without the religion, without the nonsense that alienates so many beautiful hearts from a loving Father, Mother, God Supreme. As we close our eyes, let us just visualize the flame burning from all our candles, the candles for peace. Let us visualize in the center of this table of blessings each person's personal flame, a spiritual flame, a beautiful flame of love, For we are love, and God is love, and the Supreme lives in you and me. The moment we surrender our hearts, our worries, our fears, and invite the Supreme into our life, we become an eternal flame of love. Of love. But some are afraid to surrender, for they feel that the word surrender means hand over responsibility of their life. It's the opposite. The Father, Mother, God needs nothing from us. They ask that we will receive their love. That's a turnaround for the books. They have no need for our sacrifices and our penance and walking on flames and coals. They only ask us to do one thing, and that is to open our heart and receive their love. But are you willing to do that? Or are you still locked in fear? Are you? Well, if you are, let us help you release it. First, take responsibility for it, because it's yours. Then name it, and then ask the company of heaven to help you bless it. And in the presence of the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine energies of God, let us now release it. Let us release it to the Supreme. And now let us take a deep breath and breathe in the love and the light of God. And relax. And relax. And just sense that peace flowing through every aching muscle in your body. Sense the healing energies of the cosmic Christ flow down through your crown chakra, down past your third eye, allowing you to see the face of the Beloved, down through your throat chakra, allowing you take back your power as a child of love from those who seek to destroy you, from those who control you, from those you may live in fear of. Reawaken now to your truth and speak your truth from a heart of love. And now sense the healing love of the Christ flow down into your heart, bathing your heart, cleansing it of all negative energy, and bringing back to you the lost innocence that we came into this incarnation with, bringing you back to six-dimensional energy, not third, not fourth or fifth, back into six-dimensional energy where you will see the face of the Beloved. In Franciscan spirituality, where we embrace all beliefs, there are 4 key words from Francis to our hearts. Not only does he want us to reach out to all faiths and pray with them and live with them and break bread with them, but he wants us to say these words each day. And these 4 words are: behold, behold, enfold, hold, listen. What do they mean to you? Well, let me explain. Behold means to behold that you are a child of love, a child of God. Behold the presence of God. Behold the I am presence in your heart, in your soul. Behold the gift of love. Enfold. That means for me to enfold the mystery that I, in my weakness and vulnerability, am loved. And I'm invited to be enfolded by the love of God. I'm also asked to enfold my heart with that love and to hold onto the promise that what I ask of the beloved in the name of God, it will be done for me. That I hold the promise of what Jesus, the barefoot Galilean, said to his followers, that where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am with them. He's here. And that whatever we ask of him for our highest good, we will be given it. So to hold the promise that we are not alone, that we could never be alone, the moment we surrender our heart to the beloved. And the last word is the most important word. Listen. Listen to what? The radio? The BBC World News? No. Listen to your heart, your teacher. Listen to the divine speak to your heart. Listen to the voice of love flowing from the mystical heart of God through nature, through the animal kingdom to your heart. The I am presence of God is within our temple of love. We are temples of light. We are temples of spirit. So to listen to the voice of God is not about processing in the brain or the mind. It's about taking what we are given in trust, knowing it is from the loving God. How do we know it is from God? Because we are left feeling in a sense of peace. If it is from another energy, a dark spirit, a dark energy, it will leave us restless. Then we bless that and release it. Behold, enfold, hold, and now let us listen in the silence of our heart. And let us use the greatest gift that God has given to earth and to earthlings, the gift of free will. This precious gift was not given to the Pleiadians on Pleiades, or to Andromeda, or any other galaxy of light beings, and there are many. But we on earth have been given the gift of free will. And I ask you to ask yourself, do all the children of God use their gift of free will wisely and courteously to Gaia and the Creator? It's awful to sit in judgment, which I'm not. But when you look at the billions and trillions of children of God on this earth plane, there are only a few who are willing to forfeit an early night in bed and to come into the presence of love. You and I are blessed, but we have lived together before. I know I have lived with you, and I have worked with you. I know that. Otherwise you would not be here. But you were brought here by Gaia and the cosmic Christ, for they called you by name, and you honored that request, and you came, and I bless you. In the name of the cosmic Christ, I honor the divine within you, and I wish to embrace the divine in your heart by welcoming you here. Let us be still now. Let us be still. Let us acknowledge that we are not a nobody. We are a somebody of great importance. We are commissioned as ambassadors of peace for God, for Gaia. We have been assigned a special role to be caretakers with Gaia, for the animal kingdom. And for educating our peers to recycle and to give back love in exchange for love. Let us visualize our flame burning on this table of love where you and I are sat with the Christ and Magdalena and Mother Mary, for today is the first day of May, springtime. It is a special day, and in the Catholic Christian world, this month of May is dedicated to Mother Mary, the Mother of the Christ, my spiritual mother, whom I lean on each day, because my birth mother is in glory, so I rely so much on my spiritual mother to lead me to her Son, to lead me to my God, to lead me to the teachings of the great masters, to help me when I'm down and depressed, to help me when I'm in pain, discouraged, when I've been rejected, to help me fall in love with the Supreme in those dark days that attack you and me. So let us welcome Mother Mary, who is the Queen of Heaven. She is the Queen of Heaven, and she sits on the right-hand side of God. Let us invite her now, on this beautiful May Day, to bring us flowers of the rarest, the gift of loving ourselves, of loving the divine within us, of embracing that truth. As Brother Gandhi said, to find yourself, you must first lose yourself in the service of others. And that's what you and I are doing here. We are losing ourselves in the service of peace for the children of God who have lost sight of their divinity and their gifting. Let us be still. And as we sit at this table of love, let us feel the love of our spiritual teachers, the Lord Buddha, Vishnu, Ganesh, Krishna, Sri Chimoy, Francis, Jesus, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Magdalena, Isis, Gaia, Mia Baba, Osho, Rumi, Muhammad, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Ruth. There are so many good men and women who have gone before us and who speak to our hearts each day. Let us listen now to our spiritual teachers, for they too are ambassadors of peace. Let us hold each other's hand around this beloved table and let us celebrate the bond that we have here. We are a spiritual family brought together by love. I celebrate that. I acknowledge your gifting and your presence as I hold you here in the presence of Christ, who is here with me and who's with you. Let us celebrate our love for ourselves, for each other, and for the Supreme, for Gaia. And now let us ask, what do they want of us? What do they want us to do right now? As we reflect on those words, I would like to share this with you from a beautiful book, Entering the Castle, which our novices are given as part of their monastic formation when they enter the community of interspiritual Franciscans. This is their blueprint for their training, Entering the Castle, Your Soul. And it says here, and you may wish to repeat these words privately. It's called the entry prayer. I cross the bridge into the silent bliss of my castle. I close the drawbridge and forbid all outside influences from entry into this holy place that is my soul. Here in my castle, I am alone with God the Supreme. Under God's light and companionship, I discover the depth and beauty of my soul. I embrace the power of prayer. I open myself to divine guidance. I surrender myself to become as a channel for grace, healing, and service as God directs my life. As God directs my life. We reflect on those words, and as we sit at this table, let us now visualize the Christ, the cosmic Christ, with the divine feminine of God, Magdalena, with Mother Mary and Gaia, and Kuan Yin. And what we see is the hands of the Christ lifted up, calling you. He's calling you. Come, my beloved, sit next to me, for I have much to share with you. At first you're startled, but you stand and you go to sit with the Christ. And he turns himself round to look at you. He takes you by the hand and sits you down. You feel his knees touching your knees, so there's an immediate response through his knees. You sense electric shocks of love and healing ricochet through your body. It is a nice feeling. But he looks at you. He looks at you with a desire to set you free from self, to set you free from drama, from fear, from loneliness, insecurity. He looks at you and he asks one thing. Do you love me? Do you really love me? How do you answer that? Here is the cosmic Christ asking you, a child of God, do you love him? There is no force, there is no coercion or an agenda to convert to a religion. This is a personal invitation, a request of your heart. Do you love him? And he waits for your reply. And as you wait to give that reply, you feel his love flowing through his hands, and it is empowering you to share with him all that weighs heavy upon you. The years of self-abuse, the years of denial, the years of agony, pain, even torturous moments where you've been rejected, where you've rejected love because of unworthiness, low self-worth, maybe low self-esteem. But he's looking at you as an equal, not as an inferior subject. And he asks, do you love me? Do you love him? And all you feel is his love flowing into your heart. And there is no pressure. He leaves you to reflect in your heart the answer. And he will wait. Even if it's the rest of your natural life, he will wait for your answer. But when he hugs you to take leave of you, he tells you this: I love you with an everlasting love. I have never stopped loving you. And when the going was tough for you, it was I that carried you. The footprints in the sand that you'd seen were not your feet. They were not your footprints. They were mine. And I will go on supporting you. I will go on loving you, even if you reject me. For that is the price I pay for those that I love. As you sit in your place, you reflect on those words, and for the first time in your life, they resonate. For there is truth, there is love, there is gentleness, and maybe for the first time in your life, you've been treated with dignity and respect. Relax now and allow the healing energies of the Christ touch touch every part of you and allow you. Take back your power and reawaken your heart and your life to being that beautiful child that you agreed to be. A child of love, a child of truth. Be still and know that no one can hurt you unless it is allowed for your highest good and part of your life lessons to be learned. And now we each take each other's hand around this table, and we each bless one another with the gift of peace. Sense the peace of God. Sense the richness of Gaia's love for you. The blessings of heaven, the blessings of earth, the blessings of sea and sky, on those we love this day, and on every human family, the gift of heaven, the gift of earth, the gifts of sea and sky, the gifts from brother sun and sister moon, be in our hearts now and forevermore. Amen. And now we embrace each other here in spiritual love. We hug one another and we all bow to each other and say the beautiful prayer, Namaste. Namaste. Shalom. Inshallah. Om Shanti. Paxet Bonum. Salakum Alaikum. Peace. And may the peace of God in all its richness, beauty, touch you now. And may it empower you, reawaken to your divinity as a beloved of God, as a child of love. Thank you for joining me. I hope you come again soon and bring your gift of presence, your gift of love to this table. For Gaia needs us, and that's why we're here. And I will say good morning or good night, good afternoon. Take care.